Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're gonna be ranking every single brawler in the game from worst to best. Obviously this is pretty difficult to do and it's never going to be 100% right, but if I get a brawler completely wrong and you think I get it completely wrong, definitely let me know down below in the comments. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay then, so starting off, I'm just gonna be showing some like high level gameplay of me and Spen pushing in the background, instead of like showing gameplay of every brawler, because that just takes ages, and I'm sure you guys would probably just prefer to watch some high level ladder anyway in the background, so I just got that on there. Anyway, so moving into number 39, which is gonna be Jessie. Jessie is just so bad, like not really good against any single brawler in the game. Takes too long to get a turret. If you got a turret a bit quicker, maybe should be better, but she's just not that good at the moment. At number 38 then is going to be Leon. Leon is okay in showdown, but really he's not very good anywhere else, and he's still pretty trash. Number 37 then we have Shelly. Shelly obviously got quite a few buffs, but still like 80% of the matchups you're going to lose with Shelly, just because Shelly is so bad against so many different brawlers. So at number 36 then we have Dynamite. Dynamite obviously got that stun gadget, which is actually really helpful, but still there's a lot of counters to Dynamite, and pretty much every thrower is going to be better than Dynamite, and Mortis is a lot better now. So yeah, Dynamite just isn't that great. Number 35 then we have Nita. Nita got basically got her gadget nerfed, and then everything else about her buffed. So maybe if you're free to play and you don't have like a gadget and stuff, maybe she's better for you, but for most players she just isn't as good anymore. Those gadgets were really like what was good about Nita, and they got nerfed completely, so the gadgets are trash now, but at least it's easy to get your bear. But yeah, Nita just not that good anymore. So for Crow is going to be at number 34 then. Crow, not the best brawler, okay in showdown obviously, but every 3v3 mode not that great, especially when there's a lot of healers now like Jean, Poco, Pam. It's just the healing it just stops all the damage from Crow, and basically means that Crow just doesn't do any damage. At number 33 then we have Colt. Colt is actually usable on a lot of the new maps, like for example the new map Kaboom Canyon on Heist. Colt's really good there. So yeah, Colt is definitely good on some of the new maps, but still I feel like Colt loses a lot of 1v1s and just isn't the best brawler, especially because he's pretty high skill cap. So yeah, only really good players can actually play well with Colt. At number 32 then we have 8-Bit. 8-Bit obviously got buffed with the new gadget, or actually new star power, but it got changed. So 8-Bit's not as good in showdown anymore, but he's much better in 3v3 with that new gadget, so he actually gets speed from his turret, which is kind of cool. At number 31 then we have Brock. Brock, pretty solid brawler, but nothing special, really gets beat by a lot of matchups, and yeah, it's just bad brawlers in the meta right now. At number 30 then we have Gale. Gale actually got a change to one of its star powers, where basically you're going to slow anyone that you hit. This is actually pretty good, but I still feel like Gale isn't that good. The best thing about Gale was the gadget, and that got nerfed completely. So yeah, Gale is not that good anymore. At number 39 then we have Penny. Penny, like a pretty solid brawler, not too bad, playable on a few maps, but not that great really. So yeah, Penny just still not that good in the meta. So at number 28 then we have Piper. Piper literally just gets outclassed by Nani in literally every single mode, and like everywhere you basically used to play Piper, Nani is now played. So that's why Piper is pretty low, just gets over like shadowed and outshadowed by Nani in literally every single way. At number 27 we have Ems. Ems is actually pretty decent now. I think she got a buff to her super or something like that, but even if she didn't, she feels a little bit better. And yeah, Ems definitely climbing up the ratings, feeling pretty good in these metas these days. 26 then we have Rosa. Rosa is obviously not that great without a Poco, but when you pair like Rosa with Poco, it's so strong. Another tank at number 25 we have Daryl. Daryl is very good again when paired with like Poco, but also pretty good on some of the new maps like Kaboom Canyon and Twist and Shoot. I'm not sure if it's still called Twist and Shoot, but these heist maps with water where like Daryl can roll over, again GG Corral, or the old GG Corral, I think it's called GG Mortuary now. Again, Daryl good on there, being able to roll over the water onto like the safe, and yeah, Daryl's actually getting pretty good in the meta. He got a small buff as well. At number 24 then we have Bull. Bull obviously pretty solid tank with the shield and the gadgets, like really good gadgets and star power, so that's why Bull's pretty good, especially again when paired with a Poco. At number 23 we had Tick. Tick actually got a buff to the super charge rate. So basically you get your shot now, you get your super after hitting 6 shots, so 2 full shots with your attack. And yeah, you can just cycle a super so quickly. I remember playing a game with Tick and getting like 20 supers in one game. Is pretty crazy. At number 22 we have Primo. Pretty good at countering most tanks and good in like Brawl Ball, and when paired with the Poco and Siege and Heist just normally like on his own. 21 then we have Frank good in a lot of modes, again just slightly better than most of the other tanks, being able to counter them. At number 20 then we have Jackie just really good, really tanky and really speedy, usable in a lot of modes really. At number 19 then we have Rico really didn't get buffed that much, but I feel like Rico is actually pretty decent. Like on some of the new maps, for example, like the center stage, I think it is, one of the new Brawl maps, Rico is really good there, and obviously Rico is still pretty good in Heist. At number 18 then we have BB. BB is really good in Siege, Heist, pretty good in Brawl Ball as well. And yeah, BB always gonna be good in Siege to get that first bolt, so I don't really see like I don't feel BB's gonna be like a bottom 50% brawler ever, really, just because BB is so good in Siege. Okay, then so at number 17 we have Surge. Surge is still really good. I feel like he's actually so underrated right now because got a lot of like nerfs, but he's still actually really good and usable. Can win against like a lot of brawlers on lane, especially with his gadget, which is very good. Number 16 then we have the better Piper, basically, which is Nani. In fact, Nani's literally replaced Piper on every single map, every single mode. Nani is literally just the better brawler right now. At number 15 then we have Mortis. Mortis got a slight buff to his super recharge rate, which means that you can actually, you hit 2 people with your super, you only have to like dash into 2 people with your normal attack to get your super back. And this is just very strong again, especially when paired with a Poco, but also good against a lot of brawlers that are a bit better, like Sprout and Mr. P and those kind of brawlers. At number 14 then we have the new brawler Colette. Colette is actually she got 7 buffs, I think, recently, a few days ago, which made her a little bit better, but I still feel like people are learning how to play her. But I can definitely see Colette being higher, and I think if anything is going to change in this list, I think Colette will probably just keep gaining places and potentially even be a top 5 brawler pretty soon as people learn how to play her. But yeah, I can definitely see Colette being higher than number 14. At number 13 then we have Sandy. Sandy, like a pretty solid brawler. Maybe I've overranked Sandy a little bit here, but I feel like she's just not bad. And yeah, I feel like Sandy is just a decent brawler pretty much everywhere, so that's why I put Sandy this high. At number 12 then I have B. B obviously a solid brawler, usable on a lot of open range maps and kind of like a bit of a B-Tech Piper, but better against tanks and just better in general, because I mean she can shred tanks. I literally just said that. But yeah, at number 11 then we have Poco. Poco is still pretty good even after the recent gadget nerf, going from 500 to 400. It's still very good, but I feel like there's a lot of brawlers that counter tanks at the top, like Spike and things like that, so I feel like that's why Poco has definitely dropped quite a few places. But so yeah, let's get into the top 10 right now. Okay, so starting off at number 10 then with Pam. Pam actually got a very small nerf in the recent update. So basically her turret is like a tiny bit smaller, like the radius of the turret is a tiny bit smaller, but the visual actually makes it look like it's a much bigger nerf than it really is. So yeah, Pam's still very good, and that healing is just so good in so many different situations. And number 9 then we have Jean. Jean got a buff, so you can literally just shoot 3 shots and get a super back. So if you pull someone, hit them 3 times, you're gonna get your super back instantly, which allows her to literally just chain supers, and it just made Jean so much better. At number 8 then we have Barley. Barley in literally one of the best places that he's ever been, like just such a good brawler, usable in pretty much every single mode I'd say, and definitely one of the best brawlers to use in Siege and also in Heist. At number 7 then we have Mr. P. Maybe I've overranked Mr. P a little bit, but Mr. P didn't get enough. Like Mr. P was one of the best brawlers, and I feel like he's still very good. When you get that turret down, he can definitely be so annoying as well. At number 6 then we have Sprout. Sprout still incredibly good. There's not many brawlers that are going to win lane against Sprout. Again, Spike a little bit better as well, so like Sprout can counter Spike as well. So yeah, Sprout definitely one of the top brawlers in the game right now. At number 5 then we have Tara. Tara got a buff, so I think it takes 4 full shots now, so you have to hit 12 cards to get your super. I think I'm right on that, instead of 13, which it was previously. So it's a little bit easier to get a super now, and I feel like Tara, you can cycle your supers, and also a lot of new maps have quite a bit of grass that you can use that gadget for, and Tara's just really good on them. At number 4 then we have Bo. Bo obviously did not get enough to his trip YS gadget, and yeah, his mines are just so good still. One of the best brawlers for sure. At number 3 then we have Carl. Carl, again, just really good against some of these top brawlers I'm looking at right now. So like Tara, Spike, Max, Bo, Sprout, Mr. P. Like actually you can see the top 10 brawlers here, and Carl is good against all of them, to be honest. He's just such a good brawler in terms of like average, not insane at anything, but just such a good brawler. At number 2 then we have Spike. Spike got a massive buff to his damage and also to his super recharge rate, I think it is. So yeah, Spike can just melt tanks and literally melt any brawler. Can probably win 95% of like 1v1 interactions against other brawlers, especially if you use Curb as well to get that extra range. And of course, at number 1 we have Max. She has been such a good brawler for so long now, and I feel like that speed, especially when paired with like a Jean, is just so good, especially now that Tara and Jean have both been buffed, so they're like so much better. Max, Jean and Tara is such a good combination. I feel like these brawlers, even if you're using just one of them, it can be such a deadly combination. So yeah, Max is going to be number 1. Okay guys, so that is going to be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Obviously, as I said, it's pretty difficult to get every single brawler ranked perfectly. It's impossible, okay? But I hope this is pretty accurate anyway. If it's not, then let me know down below. Let me know if you think there was a brawler that was completely out of place. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Yes, I am flexing my number 7 in the world. I'm continuing to push. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.